Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roz and I'm the owner of the Now Scented Haven. If you're newer to my channel, then thank you for watching and welcome, and thank you to everyone that has watched my videos in the past. Today's video is only going to be a short one, hence the camera and the already setup that I have here. We're going to be learning how to make a 3-layered jar. Now this was a request from a friend of mine over in the US, and I did promise her that I would try and get it out before Christmas, and now that I'm running out of time, so I'm just trying to minimize the video as much as possible. So if this is something that you would be interested in, then please keep watching and we will get started. Okay, so as always, please ensure you have all your equipment ready, including your safety equipment, a mask, particularly if you're using cement or Hydra stone. Today I'm using Hydra stone, so you will need your scales, you will need a mixing bowl, obviously your Hydra stone. We'll be using bottled water. I have my mixing bowl here, plus we were also using, I'm just using a little measuring cup here, a couple of mixers that we'll be using. The mould that I'm going to be using today is the Aurum mould from Moulds here in Australia, Tasmania, and we're going to be making a chocolate coloured vessel. I hope you can see that. That's the colour chocolate from Homeware Design Co. Okay, so as you can see, I have already prepared the Hydra stone. Now for this particular jar we use 103 grams of water. The water goes in first. Please make sure when you put your mixing bowl on your scale, excuse me, that you tear it out. And then once you've got your water in there, you tear your scale back again, and I've added 240 grams, excuse me, 240 grams of the Hydra stone. And then it needs to sit, I like to let it sit for about, well, depending on the weather, but for today I've let this sit now for about 10 minutes. And you can see that it sort of goes a bit crusty on top and starts to absorb. Okay, so I will move the scales out of the way and I will start to mix this in. And it only takes a couple of minutes to mix in, and it is a nice smooth creamy mixture, the Hydra stone. Just make sure you give it a good mix. And apologies for my voice. The mask always makes it a bit muffled if that's coming across that way. And also, if you can hear the crickets in the background, it's summer here in Australia and it's already about 25 degrees. It's about 7:30 in the morning and the crickets are out, very noisy. Okay, so as you can see, that's mixing up nicely. Now I always like to, I'll leave that in there, give this a tap on the bench. Now hopefully you can see there's some bubbles that have come to the top there. By tapping it, it just helps get the bubbles to the top, and then I give it another mix. And then just give it another tap and another mix. Now the secret to making this jar, and it does take a little bit of practice, and the weather also, as normal, does have a lot to do with it. I've tried different methods of trying to do this, and this is the one that I did find to be the most successful. Okay, so although we're going to have 3 colours, I'm only going to pour some mixture into here and only have the 2. Pour that into there. Now obviously with the measurements for this, for the layers, that's up to you. You might like more of one colour and less of another. You might like them to be more, all 3 even. So depending on what you'd prefer there, that's how you would portion out the layers and the mixture. Okay, so we are going to pour a small amount of white in there. I might take this off for now. And we're going to tap that down. And we'll just move that to the side for a minute. And then I'm just going to scrape down the mixture in here. Now I only like to wait, when it's hot like this, obviously, a couple of minutes in between pouring each layer. So I'm just going to put 2 drops of the chocolate in. This will be the second layer. Keeping in mind that even though I've put 2 drops and these colours are quite strong, as the jar dries it does fade, so it will go lighter. Hope I'm not moving that out of the view of you guys. Now what I like to do, I'll just take my glove off for this, is once I've poured the white in for that first layer, and remembering that the first layer is going to be the top of your jar, the last layer will be the bottom. So I just like to tap that and just see if you get like a little peak. And once you get, I don't know if you can see that in there, it's just like a little peak. Once you get like that little peak, you know that you can pretty much pour, just getting a wipe here, sorry, you can pretty much pour the next layer, because if you pour too soon the layers are just going to blend in with each other. But if you pour too late, you get like a ridge, like a crack mark going around the edge where the 2 colours meet. And I mean, some people might like that, gives it a bit of a rustic look, I guess, but it's up to you. Okay, so we're going to pour this layer in, and we'll just scrape this out. I know the bowl's probably in your way there, but I'm just trying to scrape out. As much as I can. Okay, now we're just going to tap that down gently, because we don't want it obviously to blend in too much. And now we're going to add in some colour. So I'm going to put 4 drops in this one, just to make sure that it is going to come out darker than the second layer. I might actually just put another couple in, I think. Or at least another one. Okay, we're going to give that a good mix. Okay, and that obviously should be, yep, that should be set. That might be set a little bit too much now, but we'll see. Quickly pour in your 3rd layer. Give that a little tap, not too hard, because you don't want it to mix through. And And we'll scrape this out. Tap that down, and you always need to make sure that you tap up around the top part here, just to make sure that you get out as many bubbles, because bubbles can seem to set up around there. Okay, and we're just going to put our casing back on, give it a little tap. See that bubble there's just come up, and just push it out. A little tap on the bench. Okay, that is it, guys. We will come back in approximately about 45 minutes to an hour, and we will see how this has turned out. Hopefully it has turned out the way I'm hoping, and fingers crossed until we come back. See you soon. Okay guys, here we are back. Moment of truth, I guess. Hopefully this has turned out the way I'm hoping. I should have probably cut my nail there, but I did wreck one of my moulds by my nail going through it. It was actually one of these ones too. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here you can see we have the white layer. We have the next layer, the second one, that is a little bit lighter than the third layer. Now, as I said, it is completely up to you how thick you want your layers of each colour. This one, maybe I could have put a little bit more white in, but still I'm happy with the way that's turned out. You can see little speckle marks here. That is only because it is damp. Once it dries, you won't see any of those. And also you can see that there is no ridge marks, like a crack mark, because that is what can happen if you do leave it too long. But as I said, it just gives it like a bit of a rustic look, and some people do like that look. But if you don't want that look, well then yeah, you just need to make sure that you pour it at the right time. And it does, as I said, take a little bit of practice. I'll just sand the bottom of that just quickly. It does take a little bit of practice to get right the way you would like it to look, and also, as I said, the temperature does come into play, because the hotter it is, the quicker obviously you have to work. Like I said, it's quite warm here today, and you've seen I basically just mixed all the mixture at once and let it get to like a consistency where it's coating the spoon, and then pour in the first layer, and then mix in the colour for the second layer. And obviously you can do more layers if you want. I just prefer to do the 3. But yeah, and then just go straight from the first to the second once you see that little peak, and then straight away to the third layer. Well guys, I hope this has helped you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my videos, then please hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on my Instagram page at Scented Haven. Look guys, I'm wishing you and your families all a very safe and Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And I hope to see you all in the new year with some more videos. Once again, thanks so much. Thanks for supporting me throughout this year. Bye guys, enjoy Christmas.